redhead baby. I know that's going to make some people happy in the chat. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to the night generation of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. I forget what part we're up to. I don't know, it'll be in the title of the video. I think like 9-ish, 10 maybe, I'm not sure. So Christina, very, very sad. Even though she had quite a fraught relationship with her father, obviously he has now passed away. If you haven't watched the little short video that I posted, this video is going to be chock full of spoilers, so I do recommend going back and watching that first. Yes, Lord Jackson, no longer with us. Also, Eleanor is crying. It's the weekend. Now, Martha has just arrived. Why are we sitting in the laundry together? That is very strange. Can I get the two of you to come and sit and chat here instead? Martha would not deign to chat in the laundry. So she's come over partly to offer her condolences to Christina on the death of her father, but also because she has some news. She's telling him that she was hoping that she could actually talk to Christina. And he's like, is everything okay? You know, I don't want to upset her. She's already really upset. And Martha's like, well, I just have some news and I thought it would be best if she heard it from a friendly deliverer of the message instead of hearing it in town. He's gonna go up and get her and she's gonna come down and sit and talk to, apparently Martha's coming to us. Martha's offering her condolences directly to Christina, and she's saying, my father passed when I was younger, and, you know, if you ever need to talk about it, you can. Christina's, you know, complaining about all of the drama that happened at the funeral. You know, she didn't see it herself because she and Gerard had already left by that point, and Martha's like, oh, that is so awful. I can't believe that the maid attempted to make a move on your brother. That is horrifying. She must have felt really insecure in her position with the death of your father. And Christina's saying, yeah, I think that's what it was. Martha is now telling Christina that she wanted to just let her know that, because there was talk, obviously, that Christina was going to be betrothed to Magnus Goth, and Martha intervened and the Goths turned it down. Magnus hadn't been particularly interested in Christina, though, and Martha wanted Christina to know that Magnus has actually just gotten married. He's married a lady of the Caliente family. I actually can't remember which one. The blonde one, but I get Dina and Nina mixed up. That's terrible, isn't it? So Purple Dragon gave a medieval makeover to the Calientes, and I've put them in the world, and Magnus has married one of the two of them. Now, there is some scandal associated with their marriage. Like, it happened very quickly. Both of the Caliente sisters, who are both ladies, they're both noble ladies, they have a reputation for being a bit forward with men and being quite flirtatious, and the assumption amongst the noble community is that perhaps Lady Caliente, or now Lady Goth, it was in the family way. And the reason Martha wanted Christina to know all of this from her, Martha wanted to handle it with a little bit of delicacy, just in case Christina was offended that Magnus was like, no, I don't want to get married at all, and then suddenly got married to someone else. Christina is quite grateful for that, but she's reassuring Martha that she genuinely doesn't care. And Celeste, you know, is just smiling and nodding and offering to fetch tea because that's what she'd be doing. So, oh look, they got a sentiment. Hopefully it's a good one. Friendly advice! Dame Christina remembers when Martha listened to her problems and shared some thoughtful advice. Aww. While they're all having a nice chat, and she's talking about police cars, I did actually heighten this chimney from the fireplace. I originally had it here, but in the last part, the smoke kept coming through the wall. Even if I had the walls up, there was smoke drifting over Eleanor, and I thought that was not good for her. So it also makes sense because then the heat of the fire downstairs would actually warm these two bedrooms. So it actually checks out from an engineering point of view as well. I am going to get these guys to go to bed. It's Eleanor's birthday in the morning. We obviously also have another elephant in the room, I guess, in terms of the scandal, which is the behaviour of young Miss Cherish. I say young, she's probably actually around about 30 by now. Ooh, Gerard just got level 10 handiness. So he will always find rare parts from salvage and can craft toilets at the woodworking table. He can also upgrade kitchen objects twice as fast as before and mentor other Sims in handiness. He's just crafting a couple of items for us to sell because I spent a lot of money again on clutter items. Oh, I didn't show you guys. I bought a few little bits and pieces like cakes and stuff, but the main change that I made, other than the fireplace, was actually putting in bay windows because I thought it made sense to me that, if this is the lady's solar, we should have more sunlight coming in. I've just had her be working on trying to reduce her sadness moodlet. We're down to 11 hours, which isn't too bad. But I'm going to have Lady Elizabeth come over. Elizabeth is saying that she has moved back in with Matthias, so hence why she's, instead of wearing what were my approximation of something adjacent to a nun's habit, which is what she was wearing before, she's back in fancier clothes. She is in black for mourning, but she's clearly not sad in any way. She's very happy. Christina's basically glad. No, wait, I don't want you to get any more playful than you are. Last thing I need is for you to die before we have our son. I mean, not that I want any of my Sims to die, but in terms of the challenge, like, Gerard would have to remarry, and I think he wouldn't want to. He'd be brokenhearted forever, so we'd have a problem. She's basically saying, look, it's wonderful that you've moved back in with Matthias. You must be so happy. And she's like, yeah, I'm over the moon. Elizabeth is sort of rehashing what happened at the funeral. Now, Christina didn't see Cherish try to flirt with Matthias. She only heard about it afterwards. Elizabeth's actually telling Christina that there's more to it than that she got in a fight with Cherish because she thinks Cherish was pregnant. Christina's saying, look, that's awful. Who could the father possibly be? Elizabeth's kind of looking at her sideways and saying, well, you know who the father would be, right? And Christina is like, who would it be? Was there like a carriage driver that she had an affair with? And Elizabeth's saying, no. Christina, the reason your father and I had such a falling out was because he was actively engaged in a romantic relationship with Cherish. Like, since she became our maid, like 10 years ago, they were together. Christina's horrified by this because she knew her dad wasn't a good person, but she didn't realize it was quite that bad. She's trying to walk away. Maybe she's just too scandalized by the situation. And she's like, but are you sure? And she's like, I'm absolutely positive. Christina, I didn't want to tell you about this when you were younger, but I caught your father with Cherish. Christina's like, are you saying that Cherish could be pregnant with a brother or sister? And Elizabeth's saying, well, yes, if you could call them that. I mean, they're lowborn. Christina's kind of conflicted by all of this because she's like, well, that would mean potentially she'd have a younger brother or sister about to be born. But at the same time, her dad engaging in that kind of behavior, cheating on her mother, like, it's so disrespectful to her mother. She would be completely scandalized by that. Christina also suspects Lady Elizabeth's hands weren't entirely, she wasn't entirely the aggrieved party in the situation. The whole reason that Elizabeth was, oh, you better stop that, buddy. Yeah, no, you definitely should go pee. Elizabeth did have an affair. Or at least that's why she was sent to the church. All right, Elizabeth's going, so I guess Christina's just thinking about this to herself. She's like, would mum lie to me when I know my dad accused her of having an affair with my uncle? But then if Cherish was pregnant and she wasn't married, who else could it have been? I just got the notification it was Eleanor's birthday, of course, at that exact moment that Elizabeth decided to leave. Now she's feeling even sadder. I thought about cheating this away because she got that information about her dad, but then I thought no, because she'd be even sadder at the idea that her dad betrayed her mother like that. Oh, he has shared sadness because his wife feels sad. He's such a good boy. So he's basically asking her, is everything well? And she's saying, look, not really. Explaining what her mum said and her suspicions about, would her mum be lying about the situation? And he's like, well, if the girl's pregnant, that's fairly cut and dry. Like, the father notwithstanding, if, your mother can't fabricate a pregnancy. Yeah, she's like, well, what do we do? What if Cherish is pregnant with my father's child? And he's like, well, the best thing we could do is, send her away to the country, make the situation go away. That would preserve your family's name. And she's like, yeah, I guess it would. It feels strange to me. They're not kind of coming to any kind of a conclusion. I think the news hasn't reached them yet about the other shoe hasn't dropped in this story for these guys yet. They don't know what Cherish did after she was thrown out of the house. Because Matthias and Elizabeth were like, get out. We don't need you in this house serving us anymore, especially not with the way you behaved towards the new lord. And the thing is, from Cherish's point of view, she's pregnant. She knows she's pregnant. She's just figured it out. Her partner dies. The man that was employing her dies. She's like, I need to secure myself so that I'm not thrown out onto the street pregnant, unable to get a job. Like, from her point of view, she was in a really... Gerard, stop it. Don't tease her. She was in a really bad situation. Like, really very bad situation. So you can understand... I mean, I don't think Cherish made the right decision in terms of attempting to flirt with Matthias. I think there were better options. But I think she did what was reflexive for her. So anyway, I'm going to age up Eleanor now. We're not going to have a party. I mean, Elizabeth came over and I imagine she would have called on her. If I could control Elizabeth, she would have given her granddaughter some attention. Obviously, once Eleanor is a toddler, I can initiate that from Eleanor's side. All right, now I'm just removing the onesie before we age her up because I've learned the hard way the onesies are destroyed if you age up the child with a onesie on them. And I would like to reuse the onesie. We should have enough when I sell the 2 bathtubs that Gerard just crafted. I'm hoping we have enough for all of the toddler things we'll need. Toy obsessed. All children like toys, but this trait is for children who really, really, really love toys. Okay, we can go with that. It's a Kiara custom trait. Redhead baby. I know that's going to make some people happy in the chat. And the other thing I have to do, I'm going to give her a makeover. I'll also change her surname because I changed Gerard and Christina's surname. They are now using the Whitlock name as per the discussion we all had about that, but I wasn't able to rename Eleanor, so I will rename Eleanor. Look at her. I love that hair on her. I'm so excited to give her a makeover. She can't believe she got the same hair as her daddy. That's so exciting. In my mind, I was sure she was going to be blonde. All right, you guys, I've given her a makeover. She is the sweetest little bean that I have ever seen in my life. I did give her very faint dusting of freckles. So I kept the curly fringe hair for, like, I think formal and party because I thought her dad's hair's not very curly at all. Her mum's hair is dead straight. I know there are some curls, like light curls, sort of up 2-3 generations. In fact, Olivia started out with loose curls, but I figured maybe that was something they were doing for parties, like they're actually curling her hair. Because it strikes me as at this part of the series, I think we're at the point where doing up a toddler for a party, curling their hair, is a thing that could be reasonably expected of my Sims. So this is her everyday wear. I went for blue because of the eye colour. I thought it really enhanced her eyes, although this one's a bit more, I was going to call it teal, but that's not the right word, like a dark bluish green. This is her formal wear. How cute is she? I'm not sure we'll ever see her in her formal wear. We have sleep, and we've got party, which is same hair as the formal, but a different dress. Because she's a fortunate girl who has a wardrobe available to her, unlike some of my previous female Sims who are wearing the same outfit for everything. So we've got hot weather and we've got cold weather. Now it is summer in game. We're probably never going to see the cold weather, but we might. Her everyday, I've given a shorter, lighter dress because it is summer and it, seems more appropriate to me. And she's now a Whitlock, so there you go. Oh, baby. Look how cute they are. It's a shame her arm is going through his shoulder. She does need some food. I've just got her mum trying to, knock off the last of this loss in the family moodlet. I feel like we can kill this off. Like Lord Jackson. No! That's terrible. Look at her. How cute is she? She's so adorable. I love her. I think she's going to be hell on wheels, though. The fact that she got toy obsessed is a trait makes me concerned. I got her the little xylophone, the Panda Summer xylophone. She's also got a rocking horse, stack rings, and a toy chest, but all of the toys that came with it were not medieval friendly, so I have just bought her a little sheep for now. Now, her mum does actually have a toy in her inventory, a friendly gift of a pink turtle with a strawberry shell. It's not super medieval looking, but it was the only thing she could knit for her daughter. Look at that face. She seems to like it. I don't know if she can play with it, is the only thing. I don't know if I think this might actually just be, yeah, it is. It's just an ornament or like a decorative item, which is a bit sad. She's going to potty train Eleanor and then you can eat and then go to bed. Oh, she's not a fan of potty training. Christina, don't let her talk trash to you. Like I said, I think this kid's going to be a bit of a firecracker. I think she's going to be insistent that she knows what's best. So it's quite late in the evening and Christina's feeling a lot better. She's had a chance to process everything her mum told her, process the death of her father, and she's thanking Gerard for all of his support. Things are getting a little bit flirty. Yes, I'm thinking it's probably time we try for a baby again. She had such a rough pregnancy. I actually don't think these guys have woohooed in a long time. He's been very respectful of, her healing after the baby was born and in general. So she's actually the one making all the moves here. And he obviously is delighted by this. He's a sweet bean. So it's not that he hasn't wanted to woohoo his life. He's just been waiting for her to be ready. And she is. And the thing is, back in medieval times where sex equaled chance of pregnancy, there was no ifs, no buts. It was just a thing. She is basically suggesting, he has work in an hour. She's going to send him off in a good mood. Be quick, fella. Not too quick. Be quick. Enjoy yourself. So they're gonna woohoo. We'll try for baby again. See how it goes. Because there's sort of narrow times. Like the toddler's currently asleep. It's actually a window in which they can have a bit of couple time with one another. I'm just giving them a bit of privacy. It's fine. So much maintenance of this house, I swear. And the radio's broken. We can afford it. Those 2 bards that he made sold for like 4,000. So I have enough to pay the bills, or I should have enough to pay the bills. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got enough to pay the bills. I can afford to replace the radio. She's in a much better mood. I think she's going to get herself some leftovers and then, take care of the chores because a lady's job is never done. I should buy her a flower arranging table. I don't know how much they are, because then we could start keeping the flowers and she could start arranging them. But I don't know. Yeah, see, I'm getting this same glitch, so I'm going to have to cheat again. That's really annoying. What I might do, actually, what's it called? The rabbit stump thing? Like the thing that came... If I buy a bird thing and a rabbit home thing, that's 800 simoleons. We could still kind of afford the bills. Maybe I could get them to tend my garden. So I think that she's pregnant because she's having one of those irrational, feeling angry, this is all their fault mood swings. So I think we can say that, she is in the family way again. We are flatly refusing to potty train Eleanor, which is great. So I've bought the bird thing and the bunny thing. They won't come out at the moment because it's raining, but I can have her at least give a flower. We can't do anything with the rabbits. I'm hoping that they will be able to weed the garden where my Sims can't. That's my pipe dream. I don't know how well it's going to go, but we'll go with that. Now, so Stuart has actually come over and I'm going to add him to a group because, again, I want them to sit and talk. Christina's been hearing all of the news lately, and Stuart has also come over to bring some news. Now, he actually is bringing the news for Gerard, but Gerard's not here. He's like, look, I just wanted to let you guys know that Sir Murch, who I'm just going to confirm I'm saying his name right. Kimball, here we go. Sir Murch Kimball. He is engaged. So he's come to spread the joyous news. And she's like, oh, that's wonderful. Who's the lucky lady? And of course, so Stuart is saying a young lady named Cherish Card. They're going to be getting married quite quickly because it seems that Sir Murch may have had some sort of indiscretion with the young lady. And she's in the family way. And she's going to... I don't know if she can talk about Cherish. Let's see. We can talk up with ask about, but I don't think she can talk down, which feels like an admission to me. I feel like you should be able to badmouth someone. She's horrified by this, not just slightly scandalized, but horrified, because it seems to confirm all of her mother's suspicions. And that would mean that Sir Murch would be being deceived by Cherish into thinking that the pregnancy was his. So she's not going to say anything to Stuart right now. Her plan is that she's going to talk to Gerard and see what he thinks of the situation. Like, should they try and intervene? Gerard will probably say yes. I'm actually going to wrap up this part here because I wanted to get your thoughts on the situation. Oh, he's been promoted to Paladin. Wait, before we get to my thoughts. We'll just go through this. Gerard has been promoted to Paladin. He will now make an additional $8 an hour for a grand total of $32. We're still very underpaid. He also got a bonus. His next shift is tomorrow. That is very exciting. He's very close to actually maxing out this career. I think it's just a 5-step career. Showing valor and strategic prowess, the Paladin is a crucial member of the infantry, often leading troops to battle. You possess strong virtues and uphold the chivalric code. Fly your coat of arms with pride. I'm so proud of him. The question I have for you guys, and Elizabeth's here too, it's all happening at once. The question I have for you guys is whether or not, if Murch believes Gerard about the baby not being his, we should offer to take the baby, because it is Christina's younger sibling. Because Murch may believe it's his. It's entirely possible. Gerard's, he's very charismatic and very persuasive, but if you look at his relationship with Murch, they're basically acquaintances. They have been working together, but I guess they don't get on that well. And he would think, at the very least, Sir Murch needs to know. If Murch chose to do the honourable thing because of his feelings for Cherish and take the child in, that would be understandable. And I don't know how I'm going to have the sim decide. I haven't actually figured out, but there's 2 ways it can go. Either Murch casts Cherish off or Murch marries her anyway. I don't know how that decision is going to be made. I'm kind of going to try and throw it into the lap of the Sims, but I haven't figured out what interactions to use to make that happen. Yeah, like, I don't know. Oh, is he coming out here to dance with his wife? Okay. I don't know how we're going to make that decision, but if he does cast Cherish off, there's 2 options. One is that Gerard and the Honeycutts more broadly pay for Cherish to be sent off to the country and kept out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. You know, you hide your embarrassments, and Lord Jackson fathering a child on the maid is an embarrassment to the family. The other option is they take the child, assuming Cherish agrees, raise it as a foster child without the family name being kind of spread around, and like preserve the good name, but then Cherish would be free to get married, get another job. She wouldn't have that scandal hanging over her. So I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. But yeah, I'm going to end this one here. We are pregnant again. The idea of having a 3rd child in the house, like a 3rd potential toddler or baby, horrifies me. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.